Okay, so in this chapter, we're going to talk a little bit about perlite. It's a type of amendment that you add to your soil, or even you can even grow in it just regularly. Perlite is a styrofoam type of material that is basically used for drainage. You want to use it to mix with other types of amendments to get them to drain faster. Now, the reason why you want it to drain faster is because then you can feed your plant more. The more you can feed your plant, the more fresh nutrients that it gets, the more vigorous that it's going to grow. So this stuff is really light. It comes in really big bags. And what you want to do is you want to mix one part of, depending on the drainage aspect of it, you can mix one part of this to 2 parts soil and get it to where it mixes properly and everything drains good. The roots love this, plants love this. It's very oxygenated. It's got a lot of pores in it, provides a lot of oxygen to the roots and things like that. And it's pretty much a staple when it comes to being used in the indoor garden. Some people actually just grow in this. Now, one of the problems with that is the fact that this stuff like floats up at the top because it's so light that the water will pull it all the way up and it can overflow and get all over the place. I wouldn't really recommend using just perlite. I would recommend, actually just mixing it with some other things to be able to get it to where those mediums drain properly. Another thing is that when you're mixing perlite with another medium, try to wear a dust mask, because the stuff it puts a lot of dust in the air, and obviously you should be wearing it anyway, because if you're messing with soil or anything like that, there's so much dust in the air. So wearing a dust mask will help prevent that stuff getting in your lungs and things like that. Always practice safe cultivation practices when you're actually utilizing this stuff. But perlite is a good medium to use and a good medium to mix with everything. It works well for all kinds of plants. No plants really have a problem with perlite. But in the same sense, I wouldn't recommend using it, standalone. So again, some of the pros and cons of perlite is the fact that it's good for drainage. It makes it to where you're able to drain all the water out and feed your plants more. And also, it's just a good additive to add to any type of medium itself. Some of the cons of it, like I said, using too much, it'll drain way too fast. And this way, you're going to always have to feed your plants and feed your plants and feed your plants. Even though that's good, but it can become a big task for you to do that. And using it standalone isn't always recommended, just because it just floats everywhere and gets everywhere and it becomes really messy. Okay, so this wraps up our chapter on perlite.